I have some new credit cards that I've been using and some new credit card strategies within my credit card setup that I think are actually going to surprise you. So in this video, I'm going to go over all of the credit cards that I'm utilizing in my wallet during Q2. I'm going to go over some of those new strategies that I'm utilizing in my setup as well, which is going to include utilizing the Amex Gold Card a lot less. And then in this video, I'm also going to go over what's next and which credit cards that I plan to add in the upcoming months and in the future in general. Real quick, if you do enjoy credit card videos just like this one, then do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe down below because it's a free and easy way to help support my channel. All right, so if we get right into what my credit card spending looks like right now, pretty much all of my spending is going on the Chase World of Hyatt card. The reason for that is because I applied for the Chase World of Hyatt card back in February when I was able to take advantage of an elevated welcome bonus, which is going to give me a 35,000 Hyatt points when I spend $3,000 or more in the first 3 months, plus the ability to earn an additional 30,000 Hyatt points since I'll get 2x back on all purchases with my Hyatt card during the first 6 months. Right now, I think I still have a little bit of work to do to hit the first part of that welcome bonus. So to spend $3,000 or more in 3 months to get 35,000 Hyatt points. And obviously Hyatt points are super valuable and those 35,000 Hyatt points can get me multiple free nights at Hyatt properties. So I'm going to be very dialed in on that first part of that welcome bonus and it's going to be the top priority for me in Q2. But even beyond hitting the spend requirement for the first part of that welcome bonus, I'm going to continue to spend on my Chase World of Hyatt card throughout Q2 and possibly into Q3 as well, since I'll be able to earn 2x Hyatt points on all purchases. As a side note, another opportunity that I would have would be to earn another Hyatt free night certificate, since I'll automatically get one on my card member anniversary every single year just for having the card. But you are able to earn another Hyatt free night certificate if you spend $15,000 or more in 1 calendar year. So I'll probably move on to my next welcome bonus and my next credit card before I approach that $15,000 in spending. But I'm at least considering trying to hit that since I'll be able to earn 2x Hyatt points on all purchases along the way. And I'm already going to have to spend a decent amount of money on this card in order to hit the welcome bonus in the first place. But with that said, even though I'm prioritizing the Chase World of Hyatt card as the main credit card that I'm going to be utilizing in Q2, there are some other credit cards within my wallet that I'm going to be utilizing for specific purposes. To start with, the most amount of spend is going to go on my wife's Bilt MasterCard. And that's simply because our highest expense every month is going to be for rent. And the Bilt card allows us to pay for our rent without incurring any additional fees. Bilt also has Bilt Rent Day on the first of every month where all of the point multipliers are doubled. So we typically like to plan our date nights on Bilt Rent Days in order to get 6x back on dining. Plus, we'll usually get coffee in the morning and overall just eat out a lot more on Bilt Rent Day than any other day during the month. I also do value Bilt points extremely high as the most valuable points currency that is out there. And yes, that does include Chase and American Express points as well. So my strategy for utilizing the Bilt MasterCard over the Amex Gold Card is going to be a strategy that I'm going to be doing going forward. And I will talk about that a little bit more in a second. Next up, another credit card that we try to utilize as much as we possibly can, even when we're going after a specific welcome bonus, is going to be the Citi Custom Cash, since we get 5x back on our top eligible spend category, and we use the Citi Custom Cash as our dedicated gas station credit card. As of now, we don't have a higher tier Citi credit card like the Citi Premier, so we don't have an ability to transfer our Citi thank you points out to Citi's travel partners. So basically what we were doing is that we were just continuing to accumulate Citi thank you points, and then hopefully sometime in the future we're able to add that higher upside Citi Premier card, which again will allow us to transfer our points out to travel partners. Next up, another credit card that I frequently use every month is my Chase Ink Unlimited. Basically, my Chase Ink Unlimited acts as my business catch-all credit card. So I put all of my recurring business expenses related to this YouTube channel, so that includes like my editing service and thumbnail creation on the Chase Ink Unlimited. Finally, even though right now I'm basically putting zero spend on my Amex Gold Card, since I'm instead putting all of my spend on my Chase World of Hyatt card to hit that welcome bonus, I still technically utilize the Amex Gold Card every month since I'm utilizing the Uber and dining credits every single month. Okay, but I know I briefly alluded to it earlier, so let me dive deeper into my strategy for utilizing the Bilt MasterCard over the Amex Gold going forward. Specifically, I'm going to utilize the Bilt MasterCard over the Amex Gold in the dining category. And at first glance, that might seem a little bit weird since the Amex Gold Card earns 4x back on dining and the Bilt MasterCard only earns 3x back. But the reason for that is because I value Bilt points higher than I do with American Express membership rewards points, and it's really difficult to earn Bilt points in general, so I try to earn them in any way that I can. Unlike American Express, Bilt gives you access to Hyatt, which despite the recent devaluation is the most valuable hotel transfer partner and is honestly just probably the most valuable transfer partner, period. Plus, probably the biggest reason that I value Built points so highly is because of the incredible rent day promotions in the form of transfer bonuses. Basically, Built has promotions on the first of every month, which they call Built Rent Days. And every month or two, there's usually a large transfer bonus to a specific travel partner. As an example, back in February, the Built Rent Day promotion was a 75 to 150% transfer bonus to Air Canada Aeroplan. First of all, I think Aeroplan is one of the best travel partners out there due to how flexible the points are because of some of the partnerships that Aeroplan has. And I actually used Aeroplan points to book business class flights on Copa Airlines from the US to Panama, which got me over 4 cents per point in redemption value. Second of all, a minimum 75% transfer bonus is incredibly high, and I don't really remember American Express ever offering a transfer bonus higher than like 25 to 30%. So even though I didn't have a specific travel plan in mind, I did end up transferring all of our Built points over to Aeroplan with that 75% transfer bonus, just because I know how valuable those points are and I'll definitely be able to use them in the future. Built has offered a couple other crazy high transfer bonuses in the past as well. So my goal is going to be to accumulate as many Built points as I possibly can, and I'll be able to continue to do so by using the Built card over the Amex Gold as my dining card. And then I'll just continue to stack up those Built points until another fantastic transfer bonus comes around in the future. So at least for right now, I'm no longer going to be utilizing the Amex Gold card, at least for dining purchases. And I also just literally might not be using the Amex Gold card going forward at all, because I also have a thought and a new strategy of potentially using another credit card for my grocery store purchases as well. Basically, right now, I'm utilizing the Amex Gold as my grocery store card to get 4x back on all of those purchases, and we utilize Lucia's City Custom Cash within our 2-player setup to get 5x back on gas stations. So I'm thinking that maybe not immediately, but sometime down the road, I'm going to add the City Custom Cash as well. And then we would have 2 City Custom Cash cards to use as dedicated cards for 2 specific spending categories to get 5x back on those categories. We would definitely continue to utilize one of those City Custom Cash cards as our dedicated gas station card to get 5x back in that category. And then again, my thought here is that we would utilize the other City Custom Cash card as our dedicated grocery store card to get 5x back in that category, which would basically eliminate the Amex Gold card from my wallet since I would no longer be using it for dining or for grocery stores. I'm not going to make any drastic changes right now, but if that were to happen, of course, I'm still going to try to utilize the credits, but I would then have to have a pretty honest conversation with myself and understand if the Amex Gold card is still going to be worth it for me if I'm not putting any spending on it. In terms of some of my other credit cards and my core credit card setup, which to be honest, I don't really use that often since I never really use these cards when I'm going for a welcome bonus. I'll sometimes use my Chase Freedom Flex for 5x back on rotating quarterly categories, which again just depends on if I'm currently going after a welcome bonus or I'm currently on a little bit of a break, and of course what that spending category is actually going to be. As of now, my personal catch-all credit card is still my Chase Freedom Unlimited to get 1.5x back on all purchases, but that is about to change. So let's now get into the part of this video where I discuss what's next and what credit cards I plan to add in the future. The next credit card that I plan to add to my credit card setup is the Capital One Venture X. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you might know that my wife actually applied for the Venture X back in January and was unfortunately denied, but I don't want to give up on getting the Capital One Venture X because even though I have had my fair share of beef with Capital One, and I have been talking about some of the negatives and downsides of Capital One on my channel recently, I still want to get the Venture X because I'm basically just going to utilize the $300 annual travel credit and the bonus miles to get more value than the annual fee every year. So for some context, when my wife Lucia applied for the Venture X back in January, she did have 6 inquiries on her account. So in hindsight, it probably wasn't a great idea to have her apply for that card. I, however, prioritized business credit cards throughout all of 2023. So even though I did recently get the Chase World of Hyatt card, I only have 2 hard inquiries on my credit report. With that being said, I did just utilize the Capital One Venture X pre-approval tool, and I was pre-approved for the Venture X. And honestly, I really just need to go for the Capital One Venture X while I still can, because it's very possible due to Capital One's strict application requirements that right now is one of the only times in my credit card journey where I'll actually be able to get it. So once I'm done spending on the Chase World of Hyatt card to get 2x Hyatt points during the first 6 months, I'm going to next be applying for the Capital and Venture X, and since I'm pre-approved, hopefully that application will go well. After the Venture X, I'd like to continue following what my hotel credit card strategy looks like for 2024. So that would be to add the personal or business version of the IHG Premier. And then my plan was always to add the Amex Platinum sometime this year, since I know I'll be able to utilize a lot of the credits, and it makes sense with lounge access since I have a Centurion lounge in Seattle. But now with the addition of the Venture X, my credit card applications may get a little bit crowded. And so I may be applying for the Amex Platinum either in late 2024 if I can squeeze it in, or in late 2025. Because applying for the Amex Platinum later in the year is always a great idea to be able to double dip on some of the credits. And even though I'm going to be applying for the Capital One Venture X shortly, it's always important to take a look at both sides of an argument. So go watch this video next where I break down some reasons why you might want to actually avoid the Capital One Venture X. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.